Hey guys, what's up? Namaste, much love to you. I hope that you are having a great day and you are ready for these powerful energies that we're about to experience. So my name is Rachel. If you don't know me, I'm an intuitive and an energy healer, and I meditated on what we can expect for this 11/11 portal and the Taurus full moon that happens the day after. Because everything is divinely orchestrated, right? So there's very much a reason why the 11/11 portal, we go through that, and then immediately it's followed by this Taurus full moon. So I meditated on what energies we can expect, and I got 3 main themes that I want to share with you. And we'll end, of course, with a little energy clearing and alignment session, because y'all love energy healing. I love energy, so we're going to help really settle into what we can expect to make this portal and this clearing and this cleansing and this manifesting a lot easier for you guys. Okay, so 3 main energies. The first one that I got was a building of foundations. So if you just look at 11/11, it's 4 ones, right? And people associate 1111 with new manifestations. But whenever you look at the numbers, it's like 4 poles, right? There's a 1 here, there's a 1 here, there's a 1 here, one there. That's how I see it in my mind's eye. Building a foundation. So yes, it is absolutely a portal to new manifestations, but it is more so a portal to building the foundation for those new manifestations to grow strong. It's all about the foundation. You cannot build a house on a shaky foundation. If you ever watch houses being built, it seems like they clear the ground and they spend forever on the foundational piece. And then once that's put in place, then the house is like, these days it's built like it seems like in a day. They just can build it right up. But they spend a lot of time making sure that the ground is right and the foundation is in place, and that's where we are right now. Also, the full moon that we're going through in Taurus is a beaver full moon. And so I looked up what a beaver full moon meant, so I was curious. And back in the day, the Native Americans and also the European settlers would set out beaver traps in November, which makes me sad. I don't want to think about it, but they did so because they needed their coats to make winter coats for the winter, so they could stay warm. And I feel very much like a similar energy going on in that we're almost setting these like manifestation traps, right? and we're trapping in the energies that we want to bring into our reality. We're cultivating these energies and we're making like an energetic coat around ourselves. So another way to think about this or look at that, because I know that was a bit abstract, was you are creating an energetic shield or field around you that is going to shield you from any old low vibrational energy, and it's going to help you really build this foundation and align with these new creations that you are going to be calling in once you have this solid foundation. Okay, so how do we build this foundation? The interesting piece about these energies, about this portal and this full moon, is that we are not doing a whole lot. We are being patient and we're focusing on how we feel. Now, through focusing on feeling good, through cultivating just a sense of being and knowing and trusting, we will get divine guidance. But it's not going to be like guidance we have received before. So I know that many of us receive an idea, we get an intuition, and then we get maybe excited about it. And one thing leads to another, and we either get discouraged, or it fizzles out, or maybe it doesn't go as planned, or we get this idea and we're working so hard at it. And we feel like we're just not getting that return on our investment. We're not getting what we have given to it. But this is your opportunity to shift any of those behaviors. We are really entering a time. We're entering a new age. We have began a new age. And many of you know this, and there's a lot of talks about ascension and all sorts of interesting things that we're going through being alive right now. But we're entering a new age where it's more important to be in alignment than to work your ass off. So during this portal, if you focus on feeling good, if you focus on some of these energies that we'll talk about in just a second, but if you focus on building this foundation that you want to use to grow this house of your manifestation, then when you get divinely guided ideas, you will be able to take action that leads to a result. You're going to be able to take far less action because you're in alignment with the energies. You can feel it. It doesn't feel like work anymore to you. And this is across all boards, everything across your whole life. So it's not just careers, but it's, relationships. It's this internal ascension process that we're going through. So I want you to think now, if you were to build a foundation for every single aspect of your life moving forward, what kind of energy would you build that on? We have now, many of us have built, we have a foundation that consists of maybe anxiety or fear or doubt, or that's, some pieces of our foundation, but we're knocking it down. So how do you want to build this new foundation? What are the energies that you want to see starting now and moving forward? And those are the energies that you want to focus on. Cultivate these within yourself first. And then just know and trust that once you have cultivated these energies, then once it's time to build the house, it's going to be like nothing. Okay, so it's just taking a little bit of time, and this amount of time, of course, looks different for everybody depending on your journey, where you are, what you're trying to create. So I'm not going to give you if you work on this for 2 weeks, then you'll be ready to see things manifest. You will know, and it's going to happen so seamlessly that you'll have half your house built and not even realize that you've been building it. You're going to look and be like, wow, look at everything that has transpired, and I didn't even feel like I was working. Okay, so the second energy that I'm strongly feeling for these two portals is one of relationships. This has been coming up a lot in readings I've done and just some of these videos of new moons and full moons. It's been almost consistent every single time. And when you look at this full moon in Taurus, that Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love. So I feel like the energy preparation that we've perhaps been doing for the past couple months, you're going to be able to see it after we go through this portal. So you're going to be able to start to see shifts in your relationships. Of course, this isn't only romantic relationships, this is all kinds of relationships. But if you have been really wanting to call in or better a romantic partnership, this energy is really giving you the final push to do so. So I feel like many of us are going to be getting insights, realizations. And again, there's not an action energy here. It's more like cultivating the energy again within yourself that you want to see in your relationships and sending that to the people in your life. And then waiting. So if any of you, I know a lot of Tauruses follow me. I'm a Taurus. A lot of you have Tauruses in your life. But if you know Tauruses, if you're a true Taurus, meaning your moon and rising aren't other signs, you know what I mean? If you're a true Taurus, then typically you tend to be a little slow. So I'm a Taurus, and then I have a lot of Aries, so I can be real slow, but then I'm gotta get shit done. So it depends on what your whole birth chart is, but if you know a Taurus, you know one of our traits is slow and steady. And that's how I feel this building connections, this building love is going to transpire. So it's not going to be a boom, oh my gosh, I have like my dream person, everybody in my life is just so loving. It's like this day-to-day cultivation of love, this day-to-day just sending love, and it's going to be much easier going forward. There's not going to be the back and forth, there's not going to be the up and down, there's not going to be this like judgment of others and judgment of yourself. It's more just like this open acceptance that you have for really yourself first, and then everybody else and the people in your life are going to feel good around you. This is an infectious energy. And for those of you watching this video, you are the ones who are going to be most sensitive to it, most attuned to it. So other people are going to be feeling the effects, but it's our mission here as souls who've incarnated as light beings and twin flames and those on a spiritual journey. It's our mission to kind of be the front runners in all of this energy. So as you think about building a foundation in your life, how are you going to build a foundation around love and around your relationships and your friendships? Again, what is this energy that you want to have in all your relationships moving forward? It is a time to cultivate that. And if you can cultivate that during this 11/11 portal and this full moon, then this is just going to like explode, is the visual I just got. Just explode and just affect everything in your life now moving forward. And so the third energy kind of goes along with this. This is also another energy that's been coming up so much, and you're probably so sick about hearing about it, but this is a releasing of attachments and a releasing of contracts for good. This is a final energy that I'm feeling. Something that you have been struggling with for a really long freaking time is going to release. And you might feel it when it does, like maybe you do a energy healing or meditation, you can feel it, or maybe you don't, but then just you notice it. Like I said, like the house is already half built and you're like, oh, hey, look at that. Like it might transpire like that. It might be, a little bit at a time until you just realize you don't have this attachment anymore. But I feel like the way that I'm seeing it is we're going through this 11/11 portal, and then the very next day, this full moon is like, wow, you have just embraced a whole new energy body, and there's no room for any of these limiting beliefs, any of these old systems, these old paradigms anymore. So give yourself permission to purge them. We're going to do that here in just a second with this energy clearing. So it's like cleaning out the debris of everything. You're digging up the ground to build this foundation, and there's just, litter and stuff that doesn't serve you, and you just see it and you throw it away. You get rid of it for good. And these are long-held karmic cycles. You have so much power. You have all the power. I'm feeling a strong surge of ascension, a strong surge in many of our enlightenment paths and self-realization paths. And this happens because we are bringing in so much fresh, grounded, beautiful energy that the rest of the stuff is brought up to the surface, and it's just like we can release it. Okay, so let's do a quick energy session. You can do this with your eyes open. Try not to do it when you're driving. Or you can close your eyes. We'll just do 5 minutes-ish. Just breathe. We're going to cultivate these 3 energies that we called in. These 3 universal energies. We're going to call them into our being now. So I want you to focus on one word to help center your mind and begin to call in a new energy. What is the first piece of the foundation that you want to build? You're finding ground to build this new house. What kind of ground do you want? Do you want the dirt to be made of love, of peace, of joy, or freedom? Choose it and repeat that word with every breath as I connect with your energy using sacred Reiki symbols. I want you to imagine this energy of your mantra just expanding throughout your entire body. And it is pushing what no longer serves you up to the surface for you to get rid of for good. So you can imagine all of these energies, known energies, unknown energies, getting pushed out to the surface of your being. These are no longer a part of you. Place a visual to these energies, whether it looks like trash or black holes or any visual, any color. Just give it all visual so you can see it as separate than yourself. And then take an imaginary box and push all of this. If you want to physically do this with your hands, you can, or just do it in your mind's eye. You are pushing all this into this box. Take a few moments to do that. Purging all of the old out of you upon the point of their creation, pulling them out at their deepest roots, never to return, across all lifetimes, all time and space, dimensions, realities. Take a deep breath, pushing out any last pieces into this box that does not serve you. Close it up and set it aside. I am sending energy to this box, but I want you to also, using your imagination, just imagine that this box is being surrounded by light. The light is so bright, you can barely see the box anymore. It dissolves more and more into this brightness, as everything in this box is transmuted into this light. Take a deep breath in, exhale, poof, it's gone, it's disintegrated. Take a couple deep breaths, experience this freedom. Now let's really build this new energy foundation within ourselves, thinking about everything that you are creating now moving forward. First, internally. Feel all the emotions that you want to create from. Feel love, security, everlasting peace, pure joy. And any other energies that you want to call in to your field at this moment as we build a brand new foundation for our lives. Now imagine this energy growing from you. And what are you going to create? What do you want to see manifest from this energy in terms of situations, abundance, love, relationships? Build this now all from the energy of your being, as if your energy is molding into all these different visuals of what you are creating from it. Imagine this energy now wrapping everybody that you love, all relationships known to you and those that are unknown, so that we can call in love from people we have not yet met in this lifetime. Send this pure loving energy to all of your relationships, wrapping them all up. Send your energy to every other person who is and ever will watch this video. Expand your energy now to everybody, being, living being, plant, animal, person, in this entire world, in this entire universe. All of this is expanding from you. As you channel divine oneness, divine source, allow that to fill your body and continuously emanate, touching every other living being along your path. Deepen your breath, bring yourself back to the here and now. I'm just wiping off your auric field, wiping off mine, and disconnect from this energy session. Say it with me. So be it, and so it is. Thank you. And if you have, any particular guide, angel, God, ascended master, thank them now. Okay. It is now complete. Thank you so much for tuning in and just being on this journey with me and tuning into these videos and liking and commenting. And I feel the love and I'm sending it back. I love you guys. Of course, personal services, readings, energy healings are always listed below. I'll talk with you next time.